Hi. I'm still vibing, as you can tell. Yeah, sorry for being slightly late. There's a good reason for it. It's because I ran behind today because I was actually doing more Waterdo / Slime VR / tracking type stuff. So I was actually doing work on stream things today, so you don't have my permission to bully me about it. You actually have to praise me for it. You're contractually obligated, and if you don't remember signing a contract, then, well, that's, I'd like to keep it that way. But yeah, I did spend a good few hours, maybe like, I don't know, 3 hours or so today, like trying, just like tuning some of the stuff between like the face and hand cam tracking in the combination with Vardos or in Slime VR settings, and just trying to get them all to intermingle and weave together and play nicely. I came to the conclusion for the second time, which is important to come to again, just to confirm what I was thinking of before, that media pipe for face expressions and finger tracking is trash. So I need to go and invest in some extra things. But I've also determined that shoulder tracking is also trash, and it makes my model break pretty badly sometimes. Not to mention, it's also uncomfortable because there's a Velcro strap wrapping around my armpits, so like that's not cool either. So I have some new settings and things will work. Oh, it is. Oops, sorry, the soundboard must have come unmuted at some point the other day. I think I was talking to Defective, and I accidentally clicked on that while we were yapping away. But anyways, yeah. I did stuff, and I have a better basis for tracking. In fact, I have a basis that's good enough to be like, okay, this is what things are gonna look like if I edit things in Blender, so I can actually kind of choose now to go back to Blender and start working on some things and then actually test it. So I actually, finally, have gotten back to a framework where I could work on that damn model itself again. It only took me several months. Oh, God. But I give myself a little credit considering that April was especially just jam-packed with bullshit and I wasn't feeling great mentally. And then January, I wasn't feeling great physically, so, you know, life has been interesting. But here we are, gonna play more Mega Man Xtreme, because Xtreme is just such a good game that it's so nice you get to play it thrice. Which is still kind of a weird design choice, but whatever. Make people get the most out of their Game Boy game, I guess. Yeah, I guess let's get going with it. And awkward sound cut. Alright, and yar, hey, there's my face. Cool. Let's see. I am also starting to recognize the 2-year anniversary of the channel is kind of coming up soon. What I do for that is gonna depend on how quickly Nolk can get done with the new PNG model. If it's done by then, you know, I have an idea in mind I wanted to do with that anyways, so it could be a merged event. But otherwise, I don't know. I'll take suggestions for what a good 2-year anniversary stream would be, because I'm plumb out of other Mega Man ideas. At least for streaming, that would be special in some kind of way, different from the usual. Just, oh yeah, I'm gonna play the Mega Man game, because I always played the Mega Man game. A potential debut for a 2-year anniversary would be pretty fucking pog. It's a shame it can't be the model, but, well, we all know about the model at this point. Or the 3D model, I mean, at this point. I would really hope so. I'm gonna message Nolk a little bit later this week to just kind of, you know, just kind of see where he's at, because, like, he's done, I think, a lot of, like... The biggest thing for this model was getting the body done. Now he's kind of working on multiple expressions. So, I think the expressions are like the smaller thing, all things considered. Not saying it's a trivial task left, but like, you know, I think he's gotten the hardest part done. over the hurdle. So now it's just I'll see what he's up to, and see if he can't make it a little bit of a rush job. At least done by what, June, right? Oh my God, Vile, why is your theme so loud all of a sudden? Because it was June, right? June's the month of the anniversary. You know me, I can't distinguish my two J months together. They might as well be the exact same. I will say at least like one expression for the model is done though, so like, I mean technically I could just kind of debut it half finished, but why would I want to do that? Not 100% sure yourself? Well, we'll check anyways. Hey, hold on.
Holy shit, Jamie, pull that video up.
Yeah, so Jamie, pull that video up. When was the first day? When was the first stream that I actually did? When was the first Magnum 3 stream? All right, so where do we want to go first? Now we have the full pick of 8 to actually go from. We can start anywhere. You want the best or do you just want to fuck around? I think you know what answer I want to choose, Grim. Please, let me just fuck around a little bit. I will note, I don't want to do Gator first. I do not want to do Gator first again. That sucked. I did him again off-screen with, like, all my upgrades. And he was a lot easier. Hey, Chris, welcome. How's the Extreme mode? It's just starting. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you had a good week/weekend. I think, oh God, that sound. Hey, that actually reminds me of the next topic. I did actually, load up VBA, just to give it a test of, like, because Grim did mention that, like, VBA didn't have these weird sound issues when he was playing it. And yeah, I can confirm. I mean, I had no reason to doubt Grim, but Grim is, in fact, right on that one. For some reason, BizHawk just has something wrong with the sound emulation. And you just get a lot more of the weird kind of laggy noises that you most usually hear when booting up a stage. Which is even more interesting too, because BizHawk had an update over the weekend that actually in the patch notes said, like, fix some issues with emulating Game Boy Color sounds. So, like, they're aware of the issue, and apparently there were more problems than the one just for Extreme over here. But they didn't all get fixed, so... Rutro. You're still gonna have to deal with some funky sound every once in a while, but I think it just enhances the Extreme experience anyways. It makes your ears have to listen to the max. And, I mean, there's also the question, well, Crash, why didn't you just start playing on VBA then for this? You have the VBA up and you tested it there. The reason was that I didn't want to play through normal and hard mode again, just so that way I could play through Extreme mode here. Oh, wait a minute, right, I have the option to rapid fire and auto charge. There we go. Much better. Which is, it also doesn't escape me the, how funny it kind of is that VBA ends up being the one that emulates better, because, I don't know, from basically anybody who does, like, you know, funny Game Shark stuff, or likes to look in the code and, like, fuck with, you know, the actual emulation, or, like, what am I trying to say? Fuck with, like, the hex values of Game Boy games, mostly Pokemon, like, I've heard that VBA is kind of jokingly referred to as a very bad emulator because it has an issue with, it just doesn't actually emulate many things very well between, like, VRAM, SRAM, V-blanking, all that kind of stuff. But I guess it does well with whatever the sound is, so... Good for you, VBA. You serve a purpose, playing a jank-ass Mega Man game. Hold on, I'll look at chat once I'm done here. It is very nice that they decided to give this boss no iframes for the Game Boy version, because oh my god, does that thing take forever in the SNES version. Speaking of details you got wrong, you discovered that X2's dash pellets for regular enemies is actually a 1.66 multiplier instead of a flat 2x. Very... Okay, again, questionable design decision, but I guess maybe it helps balance out some of the enemies. Though, then again, you tend to notice it a little bit less with X2, just because the, well, both the weapons and your, especially upgraded Buster Shot is so good that, like, you know, dash pellets are good to start things off with, but, you know, not super mandatory for, everything else in the game. And if it's still 2 times on bosses, then, well, I mean, like, hey, that's what really matters. Alright, this time I'm doing Centipede first. I'm locked in. I'm not gonna foolishly stand, like, right in the, on the edges where he can teleport into me and make my life hell. Actually gonna play this fight a little bit intelligently. Alright, well, I know what I just said. I know what you just heard was intelligently. Alright, well, that... Alright, Centipede GG'd me there. He played good. He had the better strategy. But you prefer a standalone emulator or something like RetroArch type of emulator? I mean, BizHawk is, what I can tell, actually, like, a Frankenstein of, like, several different emulator cores all in one. So, like, this technically is just, like, multiple dedicated emulators, like, for individual consoles and handhelds and such. It's not like they're literally using the same one piece of, one code base to run every single different type of game. I mean, I don't fucking even know how you would manage to get, like, something that could, be identical and still run, like, oh yeah, this runs Game Boy games and PlayStation games and DOS games, and also it runs SNES games. Like, I don't think that's quite possible. And plus BizHawk is also, like, tends to be, like, a preferred thing for, like, TASes and speed demos as well. Like, BizHawk apparently has, like, pretty good street cred, I guess you could say, amongst the, TAS community. So, like, you know, it's not like this is just some broke-ass emulator somebody pulled off the street. These frame interpolations, God said Mega Man Xtreme 1 not feel as jank. I don't know, it doesn't still feel all that jank to me. It's just definitely tricky in some aspects. I mean, actually, I think this game, like, feels very smooth and fluid. Like, it works really well for the most part. I'm just, still just have a hard time adjusting to, some of the weird changes. Also, the fact that Magna Centipede just flat out does not have a hitbox at all in this version when he's in the middle of his suck attack. Which I guess is nice, because, you know, again, where the hell are you supposed to run when he's got so much screen real estate? Or you would drop right onto him otherwise. Alright, what's he gonna do? Okay. There we go. Much better fight this time. Die, Centipede. You don't belong in this world. There we go. Oh, he also doesn't have a hitbox next too, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Pretty sure every emulator lets you import save games to a different one. I'm sure this one does too. I just didn't feel like figuring it out. I don't think I've ever done it before, so I just didn't want to. Besides, I've turned into a certified BizHawk bitch TM anyways, so I guess I'm dedicated to it for the long haul until I need something else. Which apparently they're also working on PSP emulation now too, so we could play Mega Man powered up in BizHawk. Isn't that great? I won't because my save file's in PPSSPP. But... Alright, where are we headed to next? Yeah, where are we headed to next? I mean, I don't exactly want to do Gator next, but, you know, I guess at this point, sure, why not? I could do it if y'all hate me. Like crisp pick? Alright. I think that's only fair as well. On the topic of BizHawk, it might be one of the things that made the X4 randomizer bork really badly. Grim was there for me to test. Spark Mandrill? Alright. Grim was there for me testing this, but for everyone else, I did try actually getting Mega Man X4 to work in the randomizer over the weekend, and oh boy, it still needs time in the oven. It has issues such as the UI around your health bar just not being there, which isn't the worst thing, but it seems to be indicative of the fact that the there's also bugginess in the sense that, like, you get hit. Okay, how did I manage to do that? Oh, because auto fire. Interesting. Magnet Mine is not very fucking effective against this guy. Okay. Anyways, it was also showing the fact that, like, if you picked up any health, you got soft blocked, and if you managed to get past the very intro stage, you got more soft blocked. You couldn't even teleport into the bottom section where you're supposed to make fight with Mecha Dragon X or whatever its fucking name is. So I think between BizHawk updating and the Archipelago client updating, maybe the version 0.0.6 version of X4 is not quite ready yet. But it'll be fun one day when it is. I mean, I say that not being a guy who doesn't like X4 very much, but you know, I also bother playing Mega Man 2 and 3 in the rando, even though I don't like those games very much. They still end up contributing something to being a good time. Hey, Scorebar, Mark Handrill. I don't think we got Mark Hamill to play Spark Mandrill yet, but once we do get the Mega Man X-inspired movie, I think he will be on the top of the list. Chat, going off our walk first. Alright, cool. Hey, Metalzaki. I'm so glad I remembered the fact that the auto charge and rapid fire system exists. This is so much more convenient. I think that's the only reason I didn't use it during the last video in hard mode. I just simply forgore about it. Which, you know, par for the course for me, Mr. Sleem. Oh, wow. The two of you have accidentally, or perhaps purposefully together, chose a very nasty 2 stages to go to first. I could literally only get the sub-tank within the last stage. Or within the last 2 stages. I haven't been able to get the body up, or haven't been able to get the parts upgrades, haven't been able to get the heart tank here because I don't have the foot parts. Can't get what's up here because I don't have the head parts. Little bastards y'all are. Good for you. Y'all know how to make a challenging new Mega Man experience, even though I've played this game 3 times, or 2 times, keeping it fresh. I wonder if the extreme games would be more stable to work in an Archipelago? Probably, I'd have to imagine. I mean, as we were both kind of discussing before, it's probably just easier to get a, you know, a simpler game in the 8-bit style, 8 to 16-bit style to just actually function in one of these, or in one of those, versus a whole-ass PS1 game. Oh boy. Not having foot parts in this game... Oh shit, right, I didn't have anything. Alright, didn't have any lives. Let's try that again. Yeah, not having the foot parts in this game is just as detrimental as not having them in X1, apparently, huh? Yeah. I think this would also make a fairly decent randomizer game too, anyways, right? Like, without the fact that there's, like, so many more different, like, checks and parts and little nooks and crannies in each stage, like, compared to the SNES SNES version of X1. Like, it's, it kind of has more... I guess what I'm saying is there are more gates that are not just, you need the foot parts, you need the head parts. I mean, that still makes up a good portion of things, but there's a lot more stuff with, like, you know, you need these weapons, you need, I don't think you need the body parts or buster parts or anything in particular, but... Well, you need the buster parts for the, to go check the Shoryuken and Hadouken, so that's something. It's a little bit more open-ended, or I guess close-ended than the other games, which, you know, makes it good for gating progress, because you need at least a couple games that gate progress in any randomizer. At least I think so. There we go, and dead. Intercom, Crash Icarus, I hit the soundboard? What the fuck? How did I hit the soundboard again? Hold on. What? Oh god, what the fuck? That made a sound on my TV. I think the soundboard added a new... Huh. Alright, I thought it just made a different, icon, but it seemed that it actually made a, like a temporary mic toggle rather than a permanent mic toggle. Weird. I don't know why you would ever want to temporarily mute your soundboard and then have it automatically turn back on. This section is still just as annoying as it is in SNES, though. There's way too many bullets going through that hallway. Michael Toggle and his impermanence. Okay, sure. So apparently something tragic that Ace informed me of on their stream was that, and I checked it too, was that you might have noticed that the YouTube's clipping feature has disappeared. It just flat out doesn't exist anymore. They very quietly dropped it one day, and now just like you can't make clips anymore. I mean, I have mixed feelings on this. It's not like the clipping feature was ever done well on this website. You know, clips that people made weren't exactly recommended to anybody else. But, you know, having the option there was nice. So the fact that it's not there anymore kind of sucks. I mean, if they really wanted to make clips work, they should have just made it so it's like, oh yeah, clips can show up in people's recommended feed, or like, at the very least, it's like, clips can show up in a particular feed if you press the clips button or something like that. Or hell, it's just like, if you subscribe to somebody, you might see their clips more easily. Like, the clipping feature got never used because it was, well, never advertised. No one really knew it existed. I mean, and the people who did know it existed probably usually just use it to make clips for themselves. So, yeah, it's kind of tragic. Y'all lose your most basic means of participating and trying to make highlights, but I guess that's just how it goes. Rather than fix a feature, just kills it dead. Yeah. Chris, you might be a little bit behind on stream if you just heard the doubled up microphone. Oh man, he doesn't flinch in this fucking version. He at least flinches when he dashes at you in fucking, oh my god, in X1. I'll try this one more time without, oh, wrong file. I'll try this one more time, before I just give up and go on to another stage just to keep the stream moving. But this is actually quite a devious second pick, damn. That's good to let you keep all the saved clips, though. I was wondering about that. I mean, I made clips of various videos myself just for my own records, but yeah, I didn't know if old ones got deleted or not. I didn't look that far into it. And it means at the very least the clips on this channel still exist, so there's something. But yeah, YouTube really could have done something with that. It would have been just like an easy way for people to like make shorts of streams and stuff. But like, no, they just said, you know what, we're not Twitch. Fuck you. Yeah, I didn't expect Spark Manager to be this hard, but, you know, you also have to remember that I don't have wall dashing. So, like, my primary means of actually dodging around him, kind of don't work. I guess I could also pull out the sub-tank as well. I have that mostly filled. Get this guy. There we go. Do Chill Penguin last for maximum extreme difficulty? True. But you wouldn't do that to little old me, right? You wouldn't force Mr. Balls and his Balls in a Vice McGee to actually go and do a challenge that puts his balls in a vice. Which, because, you know, I mean, I did fail the last 2 Balls in the Vice challenges that I did in, you know, in Discord over the weekend. For those who weren't there, I tried just casually hanging around, and, I wanted to do, try Mega Man Day in the Limelight 2 on hard, and, Mega Man Dongs, again, and, I kinda got my ass kicked. Those are much harder games than I remember them being. I mean, I guess I never played Day in the Limelight 2 on hard, but it, some of the things like playing as Woodman and Heatman really were not vibing with me. Ow. Seeing the rush rotor behavior in actual Extreme 1, you can 100% they are overtuned to hell in DX Extreme. Yeah, I don't feel like there's an enemy that's necessarily needed tuning up in between the games. Like, you know, they are kind of goofy things that don't really do all that much, but like, you know, their weird bouncing does kind of make them sometimes fucky to deal with if they're camping a wall. Alright, I'm probably gonna just try to focus up for Mandrill for these next 3 attempts, so apologies if quiet. Oh, right. Those loop around again. Hey, Proto. This is the 3rd attempt at Spark Mandrill's stage, so that's about how it's going. I'm gonna be a little quiet just to practice up on it. If I fail, if I die, if I game over this time, I'll just choose another stage. Because everyone's decided they don't want me to have the leg parts yet. Which is fair. God, fuck, that's like 5 points of contact damage. Fuck, okay. I wanted to save my sub-tank a little bit. This get outs and the bouncing at your bearings. The extreme side they need to be going at full speed the entire time, making sectors basically impossible. Oh yeah, that sucks. The skid outs at least do a little bit of, give you a little bit of wiggle room. And face the right way, Mega Man, that would help. bastard. Alright, well, that's already going to be making me waste my... Well, no, hold on, I have 6 health. I think I can take one more. No, I can't. He does 6 fucking contact damage. Okay, cool. Alright, I guess we're doing a new, I guess we're doing a different stage then. Someone choose something else, because I can't do Spark Mantra without my boots, apparently. I need to be carried hard. That's fucking disappointing. It was most disappointing that my first run was the best. Gator? Oh, okay, so you also hate me, too. Cool. Damn, first one was the best. Like, I knew what I had to do there. It's just hard to react between him doing a punch or him doing, especially if he follows a punch up after doing a, you know, electric spark attack. That's like, well, you have to basically, like, narrowly dodge around the electric spark, so that way you can then go ahead and land on, the wall again, so you can be ready for a punch. Like, you always need to hang out in, like, just that area that makes it where it's like, okay, if he does a punch, you can, jump over him, but if he doesn't do a punch, and he does, like, a jump at you, then you also have enough room to slide under, or not slide under, but, like, you know, jump off the wall and still not, get stepped on as he flies through the air. And to do that dance over and over and over again, it's, not fun. Let's see, what was this again? Wasn't this just like, okay, it was not just make a big jump and hope it worked. No leg part still, okay. Oh, fucking, I should have gotten that. I didn't expect to phase through half of the spike. Hey, Zaki. You just missed Spark Mandrill kicking my ass 9 times in a row, so you didn't miss much, actually. We're just over here in Gator stage because I had to give up, for the sake of stream actually keeping a decent pace. Otherwise, my ass totally would have kept going, because, like, I was not ready to throw in the towel. Showing up to tomorrow's stream for you to see your reaction submissions. Oh, nice. I'll be happy to see you there, Chris. We'll still be doing Pig Serpent submission of Elementalism first, just because, you know, that way we can get all of the UZ Doom things out of the way first, and so we don't have to roll it again on the roulette and, you know, get out of the DSDA client. But once we're done with that, then we'll get onto the wheel again. Well, thankfully, Gamil still sucks, so no worries there. None of them wanted to give me health? Okay. I'll just take the secret wall health that's over there. Alright. So, now we're back to the original Crash Killer, huh? So now I gotta fight Gator with, like, maybe a heart tank and nothing else to my name. Alright, Invincible Gator, let's get it on. Yeah, I imagine that Elementalism was gonna be long as hell. Alright, he shoots. Huh. I don't want to jinx it, but Gator's being kind of cooperative, all things considered. Never mind. I jinxed it. Deep. Huh? Ah. Oh, suck it, Gator. You didn't even get one life off of me this time. I've gotten so much better at this fight. Now that I'm just used to the fact that he's an invincible little bastard, I know what to do. It also helped that he was not spamming the spin wheel very much during that. That probably factored in a lot. Because I think before he was really spin wheel spam happy, stay under the oil, you know, the typical Mega Man X2 thing to do. That gave him more time invincible and more time to just hit me with big fucking wheels, so. Alright, where are we going next? I'm not gonna go back to Mandrill quite yet. Maybe, at least until I get a little bit more health, or until I get the foot parts. But I'll go to the other places. I'll take some time to update my notes a little bit. Let's see here. Get rid of some of those things, and get rid of that thing about the flipping. I am very proud of myself for that one, Chris. I mean, when Wheel Gator took, like, 6 to 10 attempts last stream, because he was just so goddamn invincible all the time, yeah, I'm gonna be proud. What else we got? So one of the bottom two whose names you don't know. Alright, Score. Score hasn't gotten a suggestion in yet, so let's see, we got Stag or we got Moth. I'm gonna go to Moth. I'm gonna go pick up, well, what would be the body capsule, but what I think is one of the special things about this game. Chinguin. That's a fair amalgamation. I still prefer Chapenguin, but just because I get to say it's Chaboy or it's Chapenguin here with the shotgun ice Stag. All right, everyone likes Chinguin. Everyone likes the Crimson Chinguin. Give me my fucking part. I should actually probably consciously make some space for myself, because it was kind of a bitch jumping out of here last time, like this. There we go. Hey, what's up, Dr. Josuke? Yeah, never mind. Dr. Joestar. How did it take me so long? Install the program. Zero Scramble. Earth Geyser. This program will allow you to call your best friend Zero. Aww. Dr. Light doesn't know. You can damage enemies around you. This requires a lot of energy. Use this only in a desperate situation. I mean, that's Zero's energy. It's not mine. I don't really care. Borf Both. Nah, not quite. Flame Moose. Not quite there either. Though I don't think you want to abbreviate Flame Stag like we've been doing to everybody else. Your Flag is the best case scenario, and a slur is the worst case scenario. Yes, there's a Z icon in the pause menu now that you can summon Zero with. I may have accidentally spoiled myself on what the bonuses of this game are because I was just fucking around in like hard mode at some point, or I fucked around in continuing my normal mode playthrough into hard mode, and it turns out that if you do that, that does allow you to get the Zero parts. Oops. So I got one of them, and so I'm at least aware of what one of them is and does. Official character named Slur. Not official. Only through, not palindromes. What's the damn word for putting two words together? Oh, well, I'm forgetting my grammar right now. I'm gonna forget about the Zero Scramble in 2 to 3 stages. Now, what's a Zero Scramble? I've never heard of that before, ever. You don't use them all that much, aside from Earth Guys to get free damage on Wolf Sigma? Oh, that's actually a pretty good use. I'll keep that in mind, because, man, fuck Wolf Sigma. That fight takes long enough as is. Boy, Magnet Mine really gets screwed over by having auto fire on. Ow, 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 ow. There's too many things in this tiny room. Okay. We're gonna just turn auto fire off for a second here. We're gonna go back to normal Mega Man controls. There we go. Now we can use the cool Mega Man 2 weapon, or X2 weapon as intended. Hey, you wanna get off of me, bro? No? You just gonna stick with me? Alright, we're going on an adventure. Oh, he's done with adventure now, huh? Still, if you do make a nice abbreviation for Morph Moth, or a nickname by abbreviating his first and last name for Morph Moth, you get Momo, which is cute because that's the little lemur from Avatar. What? Hey, fly thing, you wanna like? What the fuck is it doing? Ain't you supposed to be, like, falling apart? Okay, what? That's very weird. I don't think I've ever observed it having its head cut off, but still being ready to rumble. Maybe I'm just unobservant and dumb. Yeah, no, that was weird. It had, like, doubled health there for some reason. Why was that? Momoth, Orthy, we gotta go and defeat X, Morthy. Is the glitch passive kicking in? Yeah, I guess. Unless Magnet Bind is, like, I don't know, does comically little damage to that thing for some reason. Oh right, I forgot. Momo actually like tries really hard in this version. Oh fuck! I still don't have the damn leg parts. Okay, so we did things clockwise that time. So I guess he's gonna try doing it counterclockwise this time. No, he's just gonna do it clockwise again. Okay, there's no real randomizing it. It's less common in Xtreme 1. It happens in X2 often enough. Well, in X2, I usually have a bitchin' charged weapon to just murder him by the time I'm at the Morph Moth stage, so I don't even notice it there. Leg parts mandatory, just as X1 thought they would be. I can maybe dodge one of them on accident every time, so I'll just go for that strategy, I guess. Alright. Oh, right, and, like, Morphomoth, like, actually tries really hard. I forgot. Well, not forgot, but only just kind of re-realized. Oh, but the shots do almost no damage. Okay, we're saved. I just can't smack into Morph Moth, otherwise he'll kill me. Oh, I got Silk Shot. Cool. Which, for the record, last stream I did say Scrap Shot, and everyone dogged on me for it. But the Japanese version does call it Scrap Shoot, so I'm not insane. Everyone who's been in the Discord knows this, but maybe you weren't there. There is, in fact, a Scrap Shoot, so take that, internet. Alright. Where are we going now? I think I probably have enough health where I could maybe try Mandrill again, but if y'all want to send me elsewhere, then I won't take a, what am I saying? If you want me to go elsewhere besides Mandrill, I won't say no. I'm gonna retcon things by saying you were just calling me a weeb instead. Alright, that's acceptable, I guess. Fuck me for watching per Sabe randomizers, I guess. Round out with X2 Maverick Stag? Alright. Oh, weird slow music. Okay. No, I needed you to live. Oh wait, that's right. There's like nothing over here. Never mind. I didn't need him for shit. Get wrecked, bozo. His antlers look more like pigtails. Sprite limitations. They just didn't feel like designing him that much. Alright, well, I can't go ahead and get that one up. It's extra bait in this game. So. Oops. Well, I'm getting that fucking heart tank, whether it kills me or not. Oh, and I could have gotten a one up too, damn. Another segment where not having wall jumps is kind of detrimental, but not that bad. The game baits you with it. I guess it's less that the game baited me with the second one up. It more or less it taunted me with the second one up instead. All right, and this time I'll remember I have to double back for some parts after I beat up Zane. Oh yeah, now that it's a Mega Man stream, I did want to ask about this. So, that Pragmata game came out, and everybody seems to be like, oh my god, it's new Mega Man, and I'm like, is that true? Like, I've not seen basically anything about that game, besides the fact that there's the little girl that has, like, vaguely ZX kind of looking, a ZX looking coat on, and is also blue, and, is a robot. Is this just people saying bullshit? Does anybody know what Pragmata is actually about? Is this true in any way, shape, or form? It's a meme? Alright, good, it's a meme. I didn't know if it was even a meme with... I mean, I would have even taken a meme with, like, some truth to it. Like, you know, if it's... I mean, it's not literally a Mega Man game, but, you know, say it was a game that had, you know, a couple Mega Man, like, elements, some choices you could make between stages, some different upgrades, that kind of thing. A little bit of Mega Man influence, but gameplay's entirely different. I see. Take the body upgrade. This upgrade will increase your defensive. Oh, cool. So I'm actually just getting it. Oh, that's right. Flame Stag is, like, actually one of the, is, like, actually in the first set of Robot Masters. I forgot about that. Well, is it any good, though? That's the other question I guess I have about Pragmata. Is it any good? I might not be asking the right audience of people for this, but if you know, then I'll take it. I'll take an opinion. Yeah, exactly. It's a Mega Man game because the female lead's wearing blue clothes, Chris. Yeah. Game came out when Moonchild became a meme. Does the game take place on the moon or something? Is that what makes it all the more fitting, or is it just because, ha, child, two child things? Ow. Okay, Flame Stag, you and your big fucking feet actually get to hit me as you came down. Usually it's a much smaller hitbox. Uh-oh. I can already feel it. Tonight feels like a night where Flame Stag is all of a sudden going to be, like, kind of difficult because I'm, like, getting impatient with my jumps. And also greedy with wanting to hit him. And actually, not really. He's dead. Oh, it's a space station. Okay, so yeah, I guess, or a moon space station. Okay, yeah, okay then. Moonchild checks out. And Mega Man Legends jokes also checks out. X1's victory theme is really great, nostalgic to me. Definitely your favorite. I think it's all because of a game called Doodle Bob's Adventure. All right, I'd love to hear the story on that one, Scorebar, if you have the wherewithal to type all of the story out. But that sounds interesting. I mean, I really do enjoy Mega Man X1's victory theme as well. I think it's really good. But I don't have that kind of nostalgia for it, or link to it. I'm just like, oh yeah, X1, cool game. Stage select. You know, fuck it. I feel like trying my hand at Mandrill again. I'm gonna go back to Mandrill now. With more health, I can probably do this easily. And with a little bit of help from my best friend Zero. Back to playing Pokemon Red and Blue. Not just regular. ROM hack? Pure RGB? Okay. Oh, you're playing pure... Oh, okay. I've never heard of that one. Sounds kind of interesting. Like, improves the original game. So it's kind of like... Is it keeping, like, Gen 1's, like, mechanics? But, you know, turning it into, But, you know, turning it into, like... What am I saying? Keeping Gen 1's mechanics instead of being, you know, like, Fired Red or Leaf Green. But, you know, still obviously staying on the Game Boy and stuff like that. Alright, I can't kick yet. I can't fucking bash down the wall down there. Go back to the caps after beating Zane. Guess you forgot? No, I didn't. I did not. I got the body parts. You just looked away for a second. See? Look at this. Body part. I have a body part. Sharad, you are. Who's the turd now? Spark looks like he's only half colored before the sprite guy called it quits for the day. It is kind of strange that, like, some of the bosses in this game just, like, get 2 color palettes while X and the other half of the bosses get 1 color palette. I don't really get it. It just feels, awkward. Oh yeah, let's see. How do you feel about wheels? You're a big bubble. You probably don't like wheels very much. There we go. Wheels work. The extreme brain rot, this guy. Oh, okay. I think this game also shows it piece by piece, but I don't think that there's a, I don't think that there's a sprite change for the body armor. That, or if there is, it's extremely subtle. I think they only bothered doing sprite changes for the head and the feet. Or for, well, everything up. And maybe the arms? I don't remember. I should have kept letting that go. That was so funny watching the tiniest wheel, or the slowest wheel. Nostalgia for Mega Man 2? Hell no. I drink to forget Mega Man 2. Mobile port of X1, there's no changing stages. Oh, so if you, like, if you choose one that you're, sucking balls at, you just have to do it? That's kind of horribly cruel and unusual. It's kind of funny, though. It's a good joke. Practical joke on any Mega Man fan. So Pokemon Pure RGB keeps the Gen 1 mechanics, adds some new features, replaces useless moves, adds secondary types of some Pokemon like Victory Bell, which is Grass Dragon? Okay, I mean, I guess Victory Bell did need a little something to make it more interesting and relevant, but... Grass Dragon? Sure! OG Extreme, both games don't have individual sprites. Yep, okay. Oh, right, I have the auto fire on. Gotta turn that off. Rather play X2 than fight Toxic Seahorse? I don't know. I don't feel that strongly against Mega Man X3's bosses. I think Toxic Seahorse is fine. He's... You know, like many of the Mega Man X3 bosses, he just kind of do the left-right stall tactic. But, you know, outside of that, he's fine. Okay, turn on the X-Buster. Turn the rapid fire and auto charge back on. And, yeah, you know, fuck it. We'll put our all into this one. Okay, I'll read the your story in a second there, Scoreboard. I know I asked for it. It's time to lock the fuck in. That's not locking the fuck in. God, fuck. I fucking hate you, Mantrill. We are not giving this try our all anymore. Well, at least I effectively have like 4 times the health that I did last time, because I have the body armor and a couple heart tanks now, so... Still such a bitch that he doesn't flinch. Alright, you know what? Zero could probably take care of this. Hold on. Zero. Crushes balls. 1 damage. Good job, Zero. You're a real fucking asset to the team. Alright, let's see. So as a wee little boy, you watched a bunch of random old videos that are even older now, and you saw that SpongeBob game with the MS Paint graphics. Thought it was cool that you drew to traverse levels. All the music was remixed in the MIDI, except for the X1 theme, which is the wind theme for beating the bosses. I'm guessing it was not a an official game by any channel then, but that sounds interesting. I mean, I remember playing a whole lot of different like SpongeBob games when I was younger, between like I like Battle for Bikini Bottom for the Game Boy Advance. Also, choose where we're going next, please. I had there's like a SpongeBob movie game I think as well that I had. Blowing bubbles and stuff. I had the movie version on the GameCube and on the GBA. I played like a version, like, you know, the Genesis game of Paperboy. I played like a version of that with SpongeBob where he was slinging pizzas at people's doors in a web browser. That was pretty fun. I also played the SpongeBob Drawn to Life, which is kind of what sounds like you're reminding me of the most, but I definitely know that I'm pretty sure that didn't have X1's victory theme just ripped right into it, but maybe I could have, maybe you could have. I didn't exactly know much about Mega Man X when I was playing that game when I was younger. Seadra's a water dragon type. The only weakness is dragon type. I guess just to counter Seadra, and if they gave some dragon type moves, then that's... I mean... I think Seadra being water dragon is fine. Like, yeah, having only dragon weakness, like, great. It's just that Seadra kind of sucks as a Pokemon, so, like, okay. It's fine. There's no problems with that. But, like, Grass Dragon? Victory Bell? Really? I don't know. How good is Battle for Bikini Bottom on GBA? You only ever played the GameCube and Rehydrated? I thought it was a pretty good game. Granted, I was like maybe 13, 15 when I was playing it, but like it was kind of like a SpongeBob movie game on the GBA. They were both similar, kind of like just action platformers with like a couple of abilities here and there. Solving puzzles with like shorting out robots using your bubble wand. Plenty of different robots for like jumping and stuff. I thought it was like really fun and had like really tight controls, good high levels of execution. Pretty solid bosses all around. They're very fun to try to speed run. I think BFBB on the GBA is actually a really solid game. I'd give it a shot if I were you. Maybe I'll give it a shot at some point as well when I need random bullshit to play. Wasn't official. Rush thing. Armadillo for next stage. Alright. Grim votes Armadillo. Anybody else has any votes? I'll be catching up. There's a Rush birthday gift for somebody. About a decade later, it got remastered, and that's pretty much it. With the actual game music instead of MIDI remixes. Huh. Alright. That's cool. I don't think I ever got a window into somebody else's birthday gift like that, but that's pretty fun. And a damn cool birthday for that person as well. Was it maybe like a Newgrounds game or something? Like, it feels like that might be where you'd find something like that. Because that probably would be why I didn't touch it, because I was not a Newgrounds kid as a kid. I played, like, Yahoo games and Wild Tangent games, you know, the more corporate stuff, rather than going on to Newgrounds. And, I mean, I knew a couple things from Newgrounds, but, you know, nothing really significant. Didn't spend a large amount of time there. Alright, well, I'm hearing Armadillo as the choice. So what's I'm done yawning? Alright. Let's go to Armadillo then. I think with going to Armadillo, it means we can get one more part, actually, where the Hadouken normally is. Play SpongeBob GBA games. There's 7? There are 7 SpongeBob GBA games? I was aware of, like, BFBB, the movie game, as well as, what was it? There was a Game Boy game that I had played. I think it was like SpongeBob and the Golden Spatulas or something. I think the Flying Dutchman was involved. Oh, he makes a very interesting noise in this. Magnet Mine? That feels like the highest damage thing I could do to him. Or maybe Spin Wheel. You can also just shoot at him, but where's the fun in that? Oh, that's right. Spin Wheel moves so fucking slowly in this game. Never mind. Alright, well that's... now I know for the second guy that that's not the move. There's the movie game, BFBB, Creature from the Krusty Krab, Lights, Camera, Pants. Alright, well that one's... well, I mean... I would say Lights, Camera, Pants is different from all the others if the console game is anything to go by, but... well, then again, the movie and the BFBB are very different games on console, so... what do I know? Flying Dutchman, that might have been the one I was thinking of. Super Sponge? Yeah, Super Sponge is actually really similar to BFBB in the movie then. Alright, fuck that, Matt. I'm just gonna leave him be. And Atlantis Square Pantis. Oh yeah, that movie that featured David Bowie that was not good. Whee! Camera not scrolling in time. Alright, can I think I tried this last time. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. You could totally just squeeze past him in this, just, less elegantly. I started actually, instead of breaking my finger open every single time I want to, just get past that guy without any, special weapons, I've started just sneaking past him the next one. So I was hoping to do the same, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. You don't have that option. Oh, well, okay. Try again. It's weird doing this section without, like, even half of the slowdown. I expect my game to run worse. Yet I'm actually greeted with a quick experience. Alright, enter the Capsule X. Install the program Zero Scramble Dash. This program will allow you to call your best partner. Oh, now he's my partner? Okay, Dr. Light's actually learning the truth. The range of the attacks is limited, but it can help you a lot if you use it wisely. Be careful about your energy. Alright, thanks for telling me what this actually does, Dr. Light. I have no fucking clue what pattern Zero's gonna come out in. Dr. Light definitely reads X-Zero Yaoi. Man, even in his funny hologram form, he has time to download bullshit like that. Alright. Hey, Armadillo. Oh, that's right, he's not weak to that in this. Is he Magnemine? No, he had to be weak to something from the first round. I didn't have it before. Oh, he just isn't as vulnerable as he was previously. Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. All right, time for an easy fight. Oh, and he's not even invulnerable when he's in ball form this time either. All right, hold on. Let's give Zero a chance to do something here. I'm gonna roleplay as X8, essentially. I want my double attack to finish off the boss. Alright, 0, dash at him. Yeah! At least this game gives, like, some kind of reason why Zero might not be in the computer with you. He's either busy helping MIDI or being MIDI in hard mode, so, like, that's something, at least. But, yeah, it's not... Zero could still use to pull a little bit more weight. Oh well, I hear he pulls weight in Xtreme too, so... Okay, so let's see, we got Chill Penguin left, and we got Storm Eagle. Fuck it, let's just go to Chill Penguin last. Why not? We're already doing a mostly leg partsless run. Might as well just make it, you know, full send it. Random, back to my random list of topics. Hey guys, did you all know that you get clipped through that platform because it's spaced differently in this game? I sure didn't. No, I was going to ask, or I was going to say, did you all know that apparently, soil is very highly regulated in the US? Like, I had to, recently kind of, you know, assist a lab with the fact that they're, like, gonna do soil experiments soon. And they're gonna be receiving soil from just somewhere else in the country. That or it was, like, out of state, either way. Or out of the country, either way. Like, the USDA apparently regulates the ever-living hell out of soil. If you, like, want to actually receive soil from a state that isn't yours, about half of the country will require you to, like, have a valid soil permit to actually obtain just fucking dirt, and transfer it over. Now, I mean, the purpose of this is apparently because you don't want to be introducing, oh, that looks fucking good, Capcom. Yeah, just have half of the fucking beacon blink. Because, you know, you don't want to introduce, like, soil bacteria or maybe any parasites or anything from one half of the country into the other, because farming issues, and, like, you don't want to cause, you know, a food shortage. But at the same time, like, sometimes this shit is it's one of those things that feels ridiculous. Has a purpose, but, like, is nuts, especially when it's, like, for my context, what I'm, you know, helping people work with is, like, they aren't exactly farming or releasing it to the environment. They're opening a goddamn capsule inside of their lab, baking it to death to kill anything that's in there, and then treating it with, like, hydrofluoric acid to get out some fossils. Like, it's not exactly like the farmers of my state are in danger because of this lab experiment. But so it goes, I guess. Something that was probably legislated for, you know, industry or other commercial applications rather than labs. Gets slapped onto labs anyways. Yes, give me the head! Give me head, Dr. Light! I will crush the ball! Given the shenanigans happening with kudzu, kind of needing regulations so there's no invasive insanity. Yeah, like, there's definitely some logic to it. And, like, you know, if you had, like, a fucking invasive worm in there, like, fuck, that would be pretty bad. But it's just, like, given the context of, like, what this soil is going to be used for, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. If you were actually, like, farming with it or something, then yeah, totally. But, like, we're treating it with harsh chemicals. I think the farmland's going to be okay. But then again, who knows? Maybe the courier fucking drops it all over themselves like a hot plate of spaghetti, and then, you know, that causes it to get out into the world and cause commotion. Oh wait, right? I was so about to go down for the. Oh yeah, there's totally an extra health and weapons pickup down there. No, is death down there in this game. Hello, Steagle. You and your slightly off-purple kicks. Me when I import Chicago dirt to Vermont, and it has the worm that gives all of Vermont natives tuberculosis. It has the worm that makes all the Vermont natives actually enjoy deep dish pizza, so we should actually import it as soon as possible. It's only fair. It'll improve their lives, in fact. Storm Eagle is weak to Spin Wheel. Okay, sure, why not? Make the guy who's, like, super fucking grounded weak, I guess, to the grounded weapon. I mean, it makes sense. It's just kind of funny feeling. Doesn't feel like Storm Eagle has any business being weak to Wheelgator's weapon. Is the connection that both Chameleon Sting and fucking Spin Wheel are both green? Oh, they're both reptiles too. Alright, alright. Yeah, what anti-Pokemon logic is this? Oh, but I mean, yeah, also just last thought on the fucking soil topic is just the fact that, like, all this stuff that we just talked about, all the caution for, like, you know, making sure you don't, ruin the farmland, only applies to, like, half the country. And it's not even, like, a proximity basis. It's, like, much of, like, the Midwest and, like, northwest of the country, permits aren't needed. Mostly through the south and east coast, permits are needed, and still on a district-by-district basis. I guess that's probably because where a lot of the farming is, but it's, you know, still, you could, I mean, well, no, it's not mostly where the farming is. The Midwest is fucking full of farms. It's corn country, like, they're not worried about the corn? No one's thinking about the corn? Won't somebody please think of the corn? Alright, Chill Penguin stage is about to get destroyed like it never has, because nobody has ever fucking gone to him last in the whole history of this video game before. Yes, now I can go face the Crimson Chinwin. I have my own spinning wheels, too, to fight him off with. Take that. My spinning wheels also sometimes go to the ceiling when they expire for some reason. It's fucking great that spinning wheel just up-warps when it's done. Take the leg upgrade. This will enhance your mobility. This upgrade will also allow you to crush certain blocks. Your field of activities have now been expanded. You bet your ass they have. Yeah, legs that aren't different. Okay, I thought that they changed. I guess I'm unobservant as hell. Oh, there's a specific species of penguin called the chin-strap penguin. Okay, that kind of works too. He does look like he has a chin strap as well. So, like, it kind of... It all works out on multiple levels. Alright, Silkshot still being goated. And use the fire weapon. Not the fire weapon. There was one of these weapons, right? Okay, why didn't that work the first time? Oh, it's because it has multiple health. Okay. I didn't hear a, it didn't sound like it actually worked, so that's why I didn't keep using it. Even though it would have been the logical thing to do. Wait, anything I missed? Well, too late if I did. Alright, once we take you out, then we can go and do the cleanup for the run. Boys, there's sure a lot of cleanup that I couldn't do. Like those arm parts. Man, I wanted those arm parts. Alright, come on, Spin Wheel. Do it for me. No? Alright, well, it sorta did it for me. I'll give it some credit where it's due. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, I'm out of speed burner. Oops. Been playing wastefully. In other news, this was something last week actually, but I did unfortunately confirm that my monitor's display port is actually the thing that's fucked. So I tried using both a different docking station and a new display port cord, and no, I still get a black screen on my, nice monitor. My nice 1440p monitor, so I can never actually harness its maximum performance. I can't get, 300 hertz at 1440. So that sucks. That blows. Whenever I actually migrate over to having a proper PC instead of a laptop, then, well, seems I just have to, either eat the downgrade in hertz quality, or I have to go and get a new monitor that actually will give me all the hertz I want. A shame. Why can't tech just work easily? Especially monitors. I mean, monitors are so over-the-top complicated to actually get to function for how simple they should be. On paper, it's just plug it in and it works. In practice, it's like, well, maybe your cord sucks and, like, there's a lack of compatibility in the firmware here, and yada yada. Sucks. A 32-inch Roku for, like, 120? Yeah, I mean, maybe, but, like, I'm interested in having a high refresh rate and high resolution as well. And those tend to be pretty expensive to cross the two. I mean, it still works for my current situation, but I'm just thinking of the future. Install the program. Zero Scramble. Rising. Revengeance? This program will allow you to call your best friend. Oh, he's back to best friend again. And fellow soldier. Okay, never mind. He's got more to it. The striking power is enormous, but hard to control. Perform this on enemies in the sky. It also works on bosses. Well, that's actually good to know, considering the other ones didn't. Alright, got Z2. I got the heart tank here already, so no need to be here still. Alright. So nice having an almost complete file. Okay, next I wanted to go back to Magna Centipede. There was something else I wanted to test out in the, thankfully it's in the same room as the, thankfully it's in the same room as the last Zero part. So I kept... Oh, right, duh, there's another fucking block. Oops. I've always kept saying, like, the bottom right corner of the floor looks suspicious. I didn't use Spin Wheel on it last time. I wanna see if, like, Spin Wheel might actually break it open. 'Cause if anything, I have an idea that maybe it's the, an alternate place you could go fight Gamil if you wanted to. I press jump there, come on now. I'm just fully expecting an empty room or disappointment, but on the off chance that my prediction is right, I need to know. Alright, just wait here this time. Or not. Wait up here. It didn't jump there, that could have been bad. Oh. Y'all been up to anything else this weekend? I mean, I have a couple more things I could report on, but, you know, it's mostly kind of small stuff. I basically just spent a lot of the weekend, you know, doing some cleaning and playing games and working on some thumbnails and stuff. I made a thumbnail for the upcoming We Draw Mega Man Poorly stream with me, Eris, and Rowan sometime this month, so, like, look out for that. I'm proud of it, and I have to thank Chris for introducing me to that one Nintendo Power thing of the robot design contest, because that formed the basis of the thumbnail. Without it, I wouldn't have known what to do. Did I already get Centipede's heart tank? I know you're still missing one. Yeah, I did make both of the yumps off of the security block, or the one yump off the security block and the other yump off the yeah, off the other place, off the other narrow wall. Oh wow, this thing's really sticking on my ass now, huh? Dr. Light, enter the Capsule X. Install the program, Zero Scramble, Final. This will allow you to call a special A level hunter, Zero. He got demoted. This is the most powerful weapon and will destroy almost any enemy, except bosses. Keep in mind that this requires a huge amount of energy. Use this on strong enemies that may seem impossible to defeat. Dr. Light, why do you keep warning me about how much energy it uses? It doesn't cost me anything. Just can't use it again in the same stage. Yeah, Mandrill, I didn't have Mandrill's jump power, so I can go do that. Alright, come on. Please, baby, tell me spin wheel works down here. Son of a bitch, it's just weird tiling. Why is the tiling weird down here? Why isn't it like the rest of the tiling? There's no reason for it to look weird like this and for it to not do anything. It bothers me to an unreasonable degree. Like, does this not bother anyone else? Like, I feel like this should absolutely be something that, like, could open up. But I guess it's not, so... Meh. Alright, I don't even have charged shotgun ice yet. Alright, whatever. We're out of here. Zero Scramble moves have their own energy bar. You actually use the other Scramble moves multiple times in one stage. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice then, I guess. Same sub-game. Yeah, it's the same game that kept the rock formation with Stag Stage and Sub-Tank, but with no Sub-Tank, and also kept the head part blocks in Armored Armadillo stage, where in hard mode is the stage where you get the head parts. So, fair enough, fine. Game is whack. I'll accept. Alright, well now we got Storm Tornado, so we can at least blow past these guys. Now it feels like we're playing X1. Yeah, I don't care what my health bar looks like. I have Storm Tornado. Bust this open, get that, go get the heart tank, and I gotta go get the head parts here too. Oh man, I couldn't get anything in this stage. Now this is a waste, actually. I might as well just turn the auto charge back on. I could also probably maybe do Zero's thing, right? Rising should actually do something against this boss. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't notice it, because the bar is just only displayed on this screen for uses of Zero. Alright, well, good to know. Still wasn't that effective against this mini-boss. It's just nice that Zero's here. I mean, you know. Given that he's had some kind of presence in all the games since, or playable presence in all the games since 3, and this one was being developed around the time of X5. Might as well give him something to do. Alright, heart tank get, and now we just have one more thing here. No, wait, not the capsule, the sub-tank. Or no, wait, yes, capsule, because I need the arm parts still. Yoink! Oh, wait, not yoink. Off-screen blocks. Yoink. Enter the Capsule X. Do it one more time. Pilot the Eva, or else Zero's going to have to do it. Beat the enemy there, X. Where? Who knows? Okay, okay, yep, now it's the full sprite. Okay, I see what you were talking about earlier, Grim. I don't know how I just didn't notice this when I was playing on my own before. Or playing before. I'm just unobservant and dumb as fuck, I guess. Yeah, transition while standing still. Alright, good time. Amazing what you can do when there isn't a cutscene getting in the way every 10 seconds. Okay. Just making a sanity check. Just thinking about that's everything, right? I have all 4 armor parts, I have all 4 sub-tanks, my health is maxed out, all the weapons. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything then that I'm missing. No, I'm good. Alright. Time for... I thought that said Smegma score bar. I know that's not you. You wouldn't type that out, but that's what I thought I saw for a second there. It's time for Smegma. And it is off-key ass BizHawk music. Oh yeah, I have rolling shield. Fucking, let me just use that real quick. Okay, I guess I have to turn the auto charge off if I actually want to use the charge for the weapons. Weird. Alright, I have to turn pink. There we go. And there's nothing else here. Good job. Impeccable timing as always, Crash. Realizing the game shows Sigma when the final stages come available, but Sigma isn't actually name dropped until the final level. I guess the game gave it up trying to play it coy. Yeah, I mean... When Sigma's big-ass face appears, and you've probably played any of the other Mega Man X games before this, you could probably recognize, what's that face staring me down? I know, it's Dr. Wily. Alright, Zero. Hey, you normally die in these rooms. How about you do something to these bosses? Nope, literally pure vertical hitbox, Zero. There you go. Hey, Dr. Light? Dr. Light, you said that, this version of Zero was effective against bosses, huh? You said it was effective against bosses, huh, Dr. Light? Fucker. I can't believe he would do something like that. Go into a capsule and tell lies to his own son. Alright, I guess we can spend time figuring out just what the hell Zane is weak to. It's not that. Not that. One might say what the Sigma. It would only be slightly worse than saying 6-7 over and over again. I would never do that. Oh wait, that's right, he's weak to shotgun ice. I forgot. He's like deathly allergic to shotgun ice. Brrrah, brrrah, brrrah. Oh, that's sad. I died to fucking Zane. I can at least kind of see why Gamil's weak to fire. I mean, he's got that big-ass kite that he probably doesn't want to get burned. But why he weak to ice sled? I don't know. It just trips him up, I guess. Oh my god, even if it hits his sword, it counts as hitting him. That was a jank-ass hitbox. I still love this for the fucking amount of noise it makes. I've got to play around with the Shotgun Ice's charge version in Xtreme a little bit more on my own. It's so much more fun than it is in X1. Commentary on human advancement. I mean, I think a man in armor could also be weak to, like, getting shocked by electricity, to a big fucking chainsaw, to bombs, you know. Maybe not the shield. Maybe that kind of seems like a thing that he'd actually be good against. I don't know any knights that would survive a tornado either. Oh, also, let me point out how many fucking weapons start with the letter S in this. Shotgun Ice, Storm Tornado, Speed Burner, Spin Wheel, and Scrap Shot, Silk Shot, whatever you want to call it. That is 5 of the 8 weapons that start with the letter S, and there's still more of them that contain the letter S. This game is very much brought to you by the letter S. It is very odd. Oh, he even reacts. His fucking kite does burn down. Nice. I wasn't expecting that. Shotgun. I think he means Shotgun Sice. And Storm Stornado. Alright. Take care of those guys. I played plenty of X1. Alright, they have long reach. Big long arm to take this. Oh, wait a minute. This is maybe a good time for Zero? Earth Geyser? Okay, good. They all died. I thought they didn't die for a second. I was gonna be very concerned at Zero's weak power level. You know what? I'll keep bringing Zero to the party. I said I'll keep bringing Zero to the party. I don't have enough ammo for Zero, I guess. Hello? Okay, I pressed the button there. It didn't work. Would you go back to play a Gen 1 Pokemon game on stream someday, specifically pure RGB? I mean, maybe. I'm not really that big of a Pokemon fan anyways. But like, I don't know, pure RGB sounds like it's kind of cool for remaking Gen 1. I don't know, I just get bored with Pokemon. Like, I played, you know, Gens 1 through 5, and they were fine, but, you know, long RPG like that, I mean, it's just not really my thing. Plus, it's like, I mean, I'd get very, very bereft of commentary for a long RPG game. I'd run out of things to talk about. So unless there was a very large and active chat supplementing my lack of conversation topics, I don't think a Pokemon game stream would be very entertaining. Haven't played any of the Gen 1-2 original games, too used to the new mechanics before Onward to ever want to go back that far. Fair enough. I mean, I've played, I think, I've played all of the original games from Gen 1 through 5, except for 2. I didn't have Gold and Silver, I had Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I certainly do enjoy Gen 4's you know, mechanics more than anything else. The physical special split just should have been from the start. I don't know why they thought differently at any point ever. But, I don't know, apparently they did in their infinite wisdom. Oh right, I have no Shotgun Ice. That's an issue. And I have no Zero. Damn. Though I will say there is something, like, there's something satisfying, at least about playing Gen 1 on original rather than one of the remakes for it, just because Gen 1 has this, like, because it's so janked up,
you can get really powerful with like stat experience stacking up over a long period of time, and being way more effective than just like, you know, DIs and IVs and stuff like that, or EVs and IVs. And just like because the power is just all over the place in that game, and the fact you can boost your stats to ludicrous levels, like there's a certain charm in playing Gen 1 and just clearing enemies with for no good reason and having very fast experience curves. Game's also highly exploitable with, like, you know, I think the one thing I did wish that we did get to keep from Gen 1 into all the other games is the fact that crits scale with speed. Like, I feel like that... Now, that would be absolutely broken, I'm sure, on some, like, of the power-crept Gen 5 and up mons, but, like... You know, giving something with high speed a good crit rate is, like, a good way to balance out a lot of shit mons. Like, well... Okay, Electro didn't exactly become a good Pokemon because it had a high speed and high crit rate, but it at least was better because of it. And it just gets shafted afterwards because it lacks those things, so, like, you know. It just made some Pokemon more interesting, I guess, is what I have to say. But having this physical special split, like, yeah, absolutely, it's peak. I don't want to play Gen 3 ever again because of that. Gen 3 holds... Gen 3 doesn't hold any particular, like, affection for me in even, like, the ways that it's, like... It's not charming in any ways for me. Like Gen 1 and 2 originals are still charming because they're still kind of weird, janky little games, and, like, they have strange mechanics and, bugs and, like, you know, they didn't get onto the EV-IV system yet, so, like, you know, battling feels a little bit more swift. But, like, Gen 3, I don't know. I really don't really like the Hoenn games, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Emerald's pretty cool, but given the fact that I still don't have my Gen 4 mechanics, and that I also, like, don't have any charming Game Boy things that are wrong, Game Boy games that have shit wrong with them, I don't know. I don't find it very fun. Also, the game is like 70% C. It's annoying. Oh yeah, I actually need the fucking thing here. I forgot about that. And I forgot about the platform not spawning in either. Yeah, I mean, Gen 1 is IVs and DVs, I believe. Or DVs and something else. Either way. Gen 1 doesn't have the physical special split, blah blah. Gen 1 also just has the one special stat. Yeah, like, true, that's also another thing that, like, gives the original Gen 1 some charm. I mean, it doesn't make it good. It's kind of a bad thing where it's like, oh, okay, well, anything that is a special-based Pokemon is gonna just be absolutely busted because they have great offense and defense, at least in one category. But, you know, I mean, part of the charm, again, of the game being kind of fucked up and weird and unbalanced and kind of broken. And parts of Gen 3 you enjoy are the Gen 1 remakes, Emerald, and Gale of Darkness. Yeah, fair. I like Pokemon Coliseum, though I also know that has its fair share of issues as well. Gen 1 Abra Evolution line, yeah. Doesn't like Hoenn because there's too much water. Yes. I also don't like Hoenn because of the other aforementioned reasons. It's not, it lacks the Gen 4 things that I like, and it also lacks the, It lacks the jank, the je ne sais blah that the Gens 1 and 2 have. Okay, gotta respawn this. Crash is an IGN reviewer, confirmed. Look, I just get really fucking sick of the C theme. You all get really sick of the Wheel Gator theme every time you try to go for the Wheel Gamer jump? Yeah, that's about right. That's close enough to what I wanted to say. So, like, don't come crying to me when all of a sudden that gets repetitive and boring to you. It's just true. Plus, it's like I also get sick of fighting, you know, tentacruels and tentacles for like 90% of the game. Maybe not that much, but still. Oh, right, I have to jump off of it, too. Wheel Gamer gives you the Steam wheel. Annoying. Nope, there we don't go. Okay, I have to be perfect with it. I don't care for Gen 1's insistence on putting you in caves full of Zubat. Yeah, no, that's also, like, bad. I'm not gonna, you know, say, oh, actually, that's good in Gen 1 because, it's more just like, well, you know, it's a first game syndrome. It kind of gets a little bit of a pass. You know. Okay, now I get to speed burner the hell out of this place. God, this is so much easier. God, how much easier it is. Gen 2 has terrible game balance for single player. I would have to play it directly to see, but is definitely, you know, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are great for many reasons. Yes, yes. Shoryuken and the Hadouken. Yeah, I mean, I would say Heart Gold and Soul Silver probably are my favorite Pokemon games still, just overall for, like, the Pokemon selection, plus the Gen 4 mechanics, the environment is really good, the, you know, Gen 2's, post-game is among the best. Okay, cool, the variants in the... Never mind, stop giving Shotgun Ice a chance, it sucks. Oh my god, he ate my input too. Fuck you. Also keeps the terrible game balance. Why, you're just saying like it's... Fuck. You're just saying that like the move pool sucks basically in the beginning? Is that what you're saying? Cause I really don't remember the, anything being, like, all that wrong with it, when playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I just remember it, I don't know, feeling like a pretty standard Pokemon, game introduction. Could have given Chuck to more than 2 Pokemon? Chuck? What the fuck is Chuck? Who's Chuck? Is that our dad's name? Oh, giving Chuck more than 2 Pokemon is the 5th leader, for God's sake. I mean... okay, I guess. Fair. Alright, that's right. Storm Tornado can hit 2 at a time. Oh, well, and it looks like we don't get to actually keep... I mean, yeah, I guess that is kind of bad overall. Makes a late-stage gym leader a little too easy, but... oh well, what you gonna do? Pokemon games were, they're kind of baby games anyways, as far as difficulty is concerned, so I'm not, too up in arms about it. I do kind of like Gen 5 a good bit. Like, I like I played, you know... I forget which... I think I played White version. I mean, Gen 5's fun. It's got good Pokemon, and I like the fact that it actually makes you assemble a new team of Pokemon. You know, you actually have to use the Gen 5 Mons. You can't just rely on old reliable favorites. The graphical touches are nice too. So, you know, I enjoy Gen 5. I just don't, I don't know. I don't think it's peak for some reason. It's probably just nostalgia speaking about how Gen 4 was just, like, you know, what I really, really liked. I really grew up playing Diamond, and I thought that was good. So there's just probably a good bit of that going. Oh, Sorgus, I hate you. Plus also the fact that, like, you know, the regional dex is pretty wide in Sinnoh, right? So you have a lot assortment of Pokemon to choose from.
Except fire types.
But that's its own problem. That's also what makes Heart Gold Soul Silver so good. Okay. Circus done. And it's boss refight time. On No Lives once again. You get a Hadouken. You don't, actually, because I got hit doing the last way. Health for the long elevator ride up. Oh. Hi, you. I actually get to Hadouken your ass this time. Oh no, he gets to dodge me. And it's not that effective. Oh well. It was fun. And that's what matters. Alright, now time to actually find his weakness. Rolling Shield? No. Not Spark, not Burner, not Tornado. Shotgun Ice, right? That's Mandrill's weakness. Mines? Oh yeah, it was Mines. Okay. At least I still get to make Gator make a funny noise every time I hit him with Magnifying. I mean, Gen 3 does have a pretty good difficulty curve, I'll say that. I do remember that being one of the, actually harder games to have to do. And, you know, Gen 2 does have a kind of weird, curve with Whitney's Miltank being kind of a beast, but... Yeah, Gen 3 actually did provide a pretty good challenge all throughout. I will concede that, at the very least, to it. Though sometimes it just felt like that was because the gym leader was using some random busted-ass Pokemon that you 100% did not have access to yet. Or, you know, even if they weren't busted, they were like, well, this Probopass is very high level. This is gonna take a minute for me to get past. Yeah, I do remember there was that wave of just people who complained about Gen 5's Pokemon design. And, I mean, I feel like that was just largely, you know, people who wanted everything to keep staying, like, you know, critters and creatures, which, like, you know, I kinda get, but at the same time, there's only so many distinct critters and creatures in the world. I mean, yeah, you could just come up with a different species of millipede, but, like, I think at a certain point, it would start to feel a little bit repetitive as you, play the games. You know, they had to save some creatures for the bug type. So, you know, having an ice cream Pokemon, having a garbage Pokemon, it's fine. And it's not like they don't have creature Pokemon, it's just people are just like, I cannot believe that they made an ice cream Pokemon. This ruins my entire life. Yeah, Vanillux is a good idea too. It's well designed. It's cool. I think if I were to ever to return to Pokemon on stream, probably the first Pokemon thing I would do is actually just a Pokemon randomizer. I know it kind of sounds means like Crash, you have a problem. You have a randomizer addiction, dude. But like, Pokemon randomizers are really fun to me in like the same reason that like the Mega Man randomizers are kind of fun, but even more so, like Pokemon randomizers really kind of re-up the like fact that you can have like nostalgia or like relive the first time playing the games again. Like if you give, you know, Pokemon different types, different stats, different, you know, move pools, like, you know, you get to have the joy of discovery once again, and find stuff like how in my first playthrough of Gen 5 randomizer, like finding a Vanillux and a Magneton that are both basically perfect walls would be the most fucking annoying things in competitive Pokemon, because they have like busted HP defense and special defense stats, while also having seismic toss, a seismic toss variation as available to them, and status moves. Like, you couldn't get any better than that. Like, that's so fun to actually play with. Like, sure, yeah, I could also find Pokemon that have absolutely ludicrous attack, and they're gonna make up part of my team. But I'm also absolutely going to choose Pokemon that are like, oh, this guy's just funny to have around, and will actually help in the case that there is, you know, my opponent actually using the busted, overpowered Mons as well. You know, because otherwise, if I just play if I just play a normal Pokemon game again, it's just kind of like, well, I'm just gonna like pre-plan my team out from the beginning. I'm gonna be like, okay, what's good in this generation? When can I get them? What's gonna be a good spread of types, a good spread of moves, and I'll have my 6 picked out before I even play the game. Like, melting the ice cream Pokemon on the candy Pokemon. Only in a battle. Only in a battle. How often it looks like a Digimon Pokemon's Ruin came up growing up. For me, it never came up because nobody knew what the fuck a Digimon was. At least not around me. I didn't hear of Digimon until I was like 15. It was well into high school before I ever heard of what the fuck a Digimon was. Alright, come on, Chill Penguin. I got a nice charge right for you. Just gonna stare at me? Alright, and I wasted it. Good job, me. Moth has 2 weaknesses? Did I hit him with it last time when I was playing in hard mode? I don't remember. Well, no, I had Armored Armadillo last time, right? Shield and Burner. Okay, so he still has vanilla weakness. Substituting Phone also randomizes the Pokemon type. I will agree, yeah. Actually, when I do play a randomizer, I don't randomize the Pokemon type, and I also don't randomize the move type, because, like, at that point, it's just a matter of, like, I have to memorize shit which doesn't make sense. Like, oh yeah, I suddenly have to remember that, like, Fire Blast is an electric type move, but then you know, flamethrower is still a fire type move, and then fire kick is actually a ghost type move. Like, fuck that. I have better things to be doing with my time. And same thing with like the Pokemon having random types, because like that's also a huge waste of my own memory and my time. Like, I'm not going to take the time to remember what each individual ice type Pokemon actually is, but randomizing the move power and the move pool distribution, yeah, that's pretty fun. And the stats too. Oh my god, the stats are the best thing to randomize. That and also randomizing the wild encounter pool too, so that way when, oh, I don't know, say I do a Gen 3 randomizer, the very first Pokemon I can encounter is a Rayquaza at level 3. And just a little bit of save scumming later, and wow, I have a Rayquaza in my party for the rest of the game, and it has busted attack stats and great speed, but not great defense, so it's my designated glass cannon. It's awesome. Gonna love the Mega Man 3 randomizer that Xeno just dropped. I did see you just posted that in the Mega Man server in the Discord. Yeah. Hey, yeah, maybe I'll take a look at it. See what it offers in comparison to the Archipelago randomizer I'm used to. Dash away? I still got it. Like a chump. A lot of fucking bats in this corridor that I don't remember, Sigma. You want to clean this place up a little? More extensive? Alright. Some of the Megas in Legend ZA look kind of dumb. Wasn't that the game that had, like, the future and past Pokemon? I mean, I definitely fuck with the future Pokemon because they're very, robotic. Breakman Gamma's damage tables are not hard-coded. Nice. You actually can break them open. Alright, come on, Sigma. You and your bright orange, well, I guess they're not Tims. Those actually are probably Uggs. Oh, I hate how much slower he is in this. He stalls for so goddamn long by just slashing at the wall. Oh. I think that's me using all my electric spark ammo. Whoopsie. Do I have any zero ammo? Okay, he did recharge. Alright, I can save him for the next phase then. S-Rank in a Sonic Racing Crossroads thing just now. That'll be the only S-Rank I'll have. Nah, you'll get addicted to them. Don't worry about it. I get addicted to the S-Ranks of, most of the things I play. Even though I try not to, but I'm only human. Mahogany Devil and Green Devil Mark Zero. Fun palette swap. Alright. Zapdos in Route 2, for God's sake? Yeah, that's a good one. I also managed to, I mean, doing a Gen 3 randomizer, one of the best parts is being able to get a Slacking that doesn't have Truant as its ability. Even better if you get a Slacking that has huge power as an ability. That thing is fucking broken at that point. I'm crazy, but not like the IRS level of crazy. Sigma installed DLC, I guess, yeah. Alright, Zero. Fuck him up. Zero, you're not helping! I don't remember him using that attack previously. I mean, it was probably there, he just didn't get around to it. Alright, Zero, use Final? be able to use final? Alright, thanks, Zero. I think you did a total of 1 damage to a boss this game, and then you, like, maybe hit some dudes in the hallway that one time I was ascending it. Oh, very lucky standing. I should have gotten clipped there. Because your buster shot is so much smaller in this game, you actually do need to, do a little bit of jumping in and out of the safe spot. Sigma, you wanna... Okay. Thought you were broken there, buddy. Ares. Looking at the Zero Scramble damage table, it's kind of fucked. I would like to hear, actually. Do tell. Because it was pretty evident that the times I did try to use him, he did not, in fact, do much. Earthgeister and Final do the same amount to Sigma, which should be 4. Ironic, considering that Dr. Light's telling me that, actually, the Rising can do damage to Sigma. Rolls eyes. Just Dr. Light out here, spreading misinformation, saying that the Rising actually does damage to bosses. Alright. Let me stretch. Let me take a drink of water. Gather my thoughts. It's in the damage table in DMs. Alright, yeah, I could beat that out. Alright, let's see here. It seems that Zero Dash does 1 damage to most bosses, except he does 2 to Surges. Great. I mean, I guess it is a horizontal thing, so... none to Zane in both encounters and none to Sigma. Rising does 1 damage to most bosses. With 2 to Surges, 0 Zane. In fact, that just generally seems to be the pattern for all of Zero's things. Except that he does 4 damage to Sigma with Earth Geyser. And then does like 10 damage to almost everybody with the final. And then just 8 damage to Zane. Alright, makes no fucking sense whatsoever. The final is the good thing to use, I guess. Everything else is just, you're better off pounding sand. Dumb. Oh well. Sigma, what do you still have more to say? I beat your game like 3 times, dude. What else could you possibly have to say to me? Wah ha ha ha. Period. Your efforts are futile. I will never be defeated. Yeah, you got that right. As long as... Mavericks? You sure it's not Maverick? Okay, Mavericks exist. As long as evil exists in the minds of humans, I'll come back again and again. X0, I'll pursue you to the end of the world. The end of the world. Farewell. For now. He's still laughing. Yuck it up, dude. I've kicked your ass so many times in this game already. You shit, you only use Earth Geyser against Wolf Sigma when he's near death. Fair. I mean, it'd be better off to use Final against Sigma. Well, actually, no, right? He only takes 4 damage. It's the only exception. He gets to be the special boy. Alright. Let's throw something onto the sound test so I can... Actually, no, you know what? We'll just... actually, no, if I continue, then I'll be back to the intro stage. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just throw something on the sound test. Hey, y'all got any requests? Any favorites from this game's OST? Any good any of the remixes you actually really like? For now, I'll just put on... Actually, no, we did Smart Commander already. Put on Steagle. Alright. That's Armadillo. That's not Steagle. See you, Zaki. Thanks for joining us. Gator. That's the intro stage. Why is the intro stage buried that deep? That's not him either. Why am I forgetting what Steagle sounds like? And why am I not able to find it? Boss theme, Sigma theme. There we go, 7. That's not... No, the track after Spandrel was, that's Armadillo. Oh, there we go. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking that was Boomer Kuwanger's, even though it's not in the game. I don't know. Anyways. Alright, cool. So, I can finally give all of my thoughts on Mega Man Xtreme now that I've gotten all that I can gather from this game. So, oh boy, where to start? I guess to start with the obvious, if nothing else, on a blind playthrough for a Mega Man X fan, this game is very funny. Like, that's the thing that I have taken away most to second most from this, is that if you've never seen this game before, it is hilarious to dive right into this and see one of the worst plots that Mega Man X series has to offer, which is really saying something, given gestures broadly at series. Really, really bad typos and terrible translation, which results in not only Marvericks, but also, like, Dr. Light telling you to crush them all, and that Zero is canonically your partner. Yeah, this game is very funny to get into, so W humor, even though it was not intentional. As far as the actual game goes, I still think that this is a fun experience. You know, as Grim has mentioned, and I do agree with, this doesn't offer really all that much that you haven't seen before in the SNES games, presented better. But, you know, if you really were a kid in the 2000s and you needed your Mega Man X fix on the go, you know, this would work. It's sufficiently fast, it has good weapons, a very good weapons set, I might add. A pretty healthy variety of enemies, some, you know, decent little stage changes here and there to just kind of, you know, condense them a little bit more, but still provide all the elements to it. You know, Zero gets to make an appearance. He does almost no damage to any of the bosses, but he gets to make an appearance, so you get to use him for fun, and he does good damage against enemies at least, so that's something. You know, Zane and Giemel don't exactly offer much, but they're there. And the boss fights are a little bit of a mixed bag. I mean, the quote-unquote hard mode bosses are, I mean, they're harder, but mostly because they're more bullshit. You know, Armadillo and Gator are even more defensive. Magna Centipede takes up a huge portion of the screen now, and so he's very likely to contact you. And then Morph Moth is, I mean, he was already kind of a, you're not dodging this without, you know, a well-timed dash, but now you don't have a well-timed wall dash jump, necessarily. I mean, unless you continue from your first game, in which case, okay, yeah, you would have it, but the fact that they just let you choose hard mode without having gone to the, you know, proper capsule first is not great. And even then, like, you know, as we got to see here as well, Spark Mandrill is already kind of tough to do dashless in X1, and here he's even harder because he doesn't even flinch when he's punching you and you shoot him, so, like, that's not a great decision either. So the bosses are kind of a meh, but at least compared to their originals. On their own, like, if this wasn't a Mega Man branded game, like, you know, like I said, this would be a fine little adventure to take on your Game Boy Color while you wear a fucking propeller rainbow hat and, like, have a lollipop in your other hand. Although, actually, hold on, if I'm saying this now, I am remembering, if you were actually doing, like, the scenario for which this game was designed, you would be dealing with Dash being bound to double tap or start, which, that would probably suck. So maybe it's not that good. Maybe the benefit of maybe emulation is actually to its benefit, because you actually get the opportunity to you know, have a decent control setup. But I don't know. In that case, then it's still a fun game to just kind of blast through. And you know, I guess this took me 2 hours, but you could easily do this game in under an hour if you were, you know, set on doing a good order and, like, you know, getting your dash parts early and just, you know, good at the bosses, well practiced. So, you know, it's a fun little mashup of X1 and X2. It's nothing to write home about. I feel very similar to this game in the way that I feel towards, like, the Mega Man 1 through 3 Game Boy games, where it's like, these are fun little adventures that feature a Mega Man guy. They kind of remix, but largely rehash the stages from the NES games. And are they really worth recommending to somebody? Not really. Like, it's good to recommend it to someone who's already a Mega Man fan and just wants to play more of the series. And so it's like, oh, here, there's this obscure little title on the Game Boy Color. Like, you maybe not have checked this out yet. And it's like, oh, wow, thanks, Dave. You told me about this. I'm gonna go play Mega Man Xtreme now. But, you know, it's not in the tier of, like, Mega Man 4 and 5 for the Game Boy, which I feel like are actually such well fleshed out and developed games that stand on their own, that they actually would be worth recommending to somebody, you know, very enthusiastically if they were a Mega Man fan, or, like, you know, if someone was just, like, a fan of, for some reason, like, explicitly Game Boy, you know, platforming adventures, then, like, you know, you could probably get them into 4 and 5 for the Game Boy. Extreme 1 is a lot closer to the, like, you dive into this because you already like Mega Man and you just want a little treat. Yeah. You would not push people to play Extreme 1, to Extreme 2 you would. That sounds like it's probably going to be accurate, I would imagine. That's kind of like my feelings overall then. So, yeah, it's like, this is fun if you already like Mega Man. If you don't really like Mega Man, I'd recommend somebody play that, like, Mega Man X1 first, or X2. But yeah, it's like Chris is saying, if you ever want to play X1 or X2 on the go, then this game fills that, you know, niche. And if you just want a quick thing to blast through in the afternoon, then, you know, here you go. Let me catch up on some of the other opinions said. Extreme 1 is such a nothing game in terms of content and plot. It's canon by simply proxy of it doesn't contradict anything, but it is very much skippable. Yeah, Extreme 2 does a lot of stuff differently, and is canon by the fact that, you know, the whole Eurasia incident. It actually feels like its own game. This feels more like a diet fusion of X1 and 2. Fair. You've come around from thinking this game was dog water to being an okay experience. Nothing fantastic, but nothing appalling. Yeah, basically. I mean, if I were to tier list this would probably be like a solid C+ or a B-. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You can play it, and it'll be fun. It's not gonna be, you know, absolutely radical, extreme, and to the max, but it'll be fine. You'd recommend Mega Man 2 for newcomers and see if they like Mega Man as a franchise? Smiley face. That is a whole other conversation for another time. But, yeah. Anyways, Extreme 1 was very Treem with a little bit of X at the end. Yeah, in fact, you're staring at it right now. Yeah, it didn't get into the high radical nature, but it was trying to coattail off the fact that it's like, you know, we're done with the 90s now, but we still have a little bit of extremeness in us. Plus Maverick Hunter X exists, so you could have another avenue of playing X1 on the go. That's true, but, you know, it wouldn't come out for, at the time, I guess, it would not have come out for a while yet. You wouldn't have gotten your PSP game. And Maverick Hunter X rocks, so, like, you know, at the very least, we got a rehash of X1 that actually is sick as hell. 5 years wait, not too long. Yeah, it's true. But still, you wouldn't have had it at the beginning. Anyways. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, giving my normal, you know, scoring kind of procedure of, like, let's see, 6 is, like, something you would only, like, recommend, like, to someone who's deep into a niche and just wants to play it for the sake of, like, playing out the entirety of, like, a niche. 7 is more like I'd recommend this to somebody already pretty familiar with the genre and is, you know, really likes the genre. 8s are kind of like, you know, solid recommendations for anybody, you know, who are, you know, mild, tepid fans of the genre. They don't have to be Mega Man fans, though it's usually more leans into, like, they should be a fan, you know, for the recommendation. 9 being, like, solid recommendation for anyone who's even, you know, competent at the genre, and 10 being, like, anyone should play this. This, I don't know, for me, this rests probably somewhere around, like, a 7.25, 7.5? It's in, like I mentioned, it's in the range of, like, do you like Mega Man? You'll like Mega Man Xtreme. Do you not really like Mega Man? I mean, you might like this game, but you could probably play a different Mega Man game. So, you know, it's fine. It's playable, and I'll probably mess around with it, you know, in my time, because it's at least nice and fast. But yeah, it's there's not a lot to write home about here, outside of the fact that it is a comedy fest if you have not played it before. But not for the right reasons. You have Extreme and Met here, which you would say are games you consider a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, you know, given how you consider your numbers, you know, everybody configures their out of 10 scale differently. So, on mine, it's closer to like a 7.25. For you, 6 out of 10, I can see that too. Hey, Proto. Oh, you got stuck by the attention-bearing snack and the attention-bearing toothbrushing? Damn. You missed a lot, unfortunately. You didn't actually miss all. I mean, you missed more Extreme. You started with Extreme 2, as much as you like to rag on it, it's not a bad entry. Cool. Well, the attention-bearing snack turned into the attention-bearing toothpaste, so... Anyways, yeah. I think that's gonna call it for me tonight. We're reaching 2.5 hour mark. Fun game. I'm interested in Extreme 2 next week, and seeing how much that game improves over this one. Let's see. We have the Doom Community Night tomorrow, so we have we'll be starting off with Pig Serpent's last entry, the Elementalism, so we can get done with all the Yuzu Doom stuff. We'll be spinning the wheel after that. Oh, I'm stuck with well, at least Down and Jump is, you know, what it should be for like the classic series, so I'm a little bit more used to that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your evil robot cousin and who stuck his dick in a computer one time and caused the entire world to turn into chaos. Or maybe share it with his like better brother. Join the Discord in the description if you haven't. I also have socials that I've been taking a break from, so like you're not gonna find much there, but you can follow me if you want to. And then yeah, we'll be back next week with some Mega Man Xtreme 2. And if you haven't joined the Discord yet, the incentive will be that we're also gonna have a Ruby Spheres night at the end of the month. So if you want to watch the Mega Man cartoons with a bunch of people who think it's wonderfully corny, then you'll have an audience there. You should have a Mega Man character named Slurmcore. Yeah, and he's just like melting and like bouncing up and down all over the place and like has absolutely no sense of like structure. Anyways, that's me ragging on Slurmcore. Have a good night, everybody. I am gonna go get my Sleem, and I think you should too. See ya.